Hello guys. Good morning. Good morning guys, it is 7:30 and I'm down the yard and I'm about to feed Fiona and Dali some hay in the morning, and then I'm going to go and get Welbeck and jump her. I'm really excited. I'm jumping a little course that I set up, and I also, a lot of people have been asking me like how I balance like the horses and college and like vet school and what it's like and everything. So I'm just gonna kind of do a little like sit down talky thing and just kind of answer a lot of the common questions I get asked and just talk about it a little bit. So yeah, see ya in a bit. Khal, who hasn't been in vlogs for a while because he's on a break. Thank you. I love to give the young horses breaks because I always find they come back so much better after they've had a bit of time off to think about what they've learned. And he's definitely growing into himself a bit more, I think. Aren't you, Khal? You look good. There you go, Welbeck. Good girl. Look at you. Yeah. Look amazing. So Welbeck's all tacked up. This bridle is my old bridle, but my nice Mackey bridle that I was riding her in, the full size doesn't go small enough for the 3-ring because Welbeck has a tiny head. So I'm gonna have to use this one, which is a cob size, and then get a cob sized bridle from Mackey. And then I have my nice stirrup leathers that I love so much. And these stirrups are from Blazing Born. A few people have been asking, and they're so cool. Look at the way they twist so that they lie like where your foot would lie. I think that's pretty cool. And they're like safety stirrups, so they like bend. So yeah, and then just my normal saddle and a Lemieux number. She's looking very nice. Thank you, Welbeck. And my new saddle will be arriving maybe in June. So yeah, that's why I'm still using this one. I'm very excited for that to arrive. Are you, Welbeck? So I just finished riding Welbeck now, and she was super. She jumped around like a little 120 course. She was a lot more controlled. My dad was like, she's still going too fast, but I looked back in the video and she's not like crazy fast, you know, she's like very close to where she usually is. So I'm pretty happy with her. She was super careful and didn't touch a pole or anything. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I'm just gonna untack her now and do her stretches, which I've put in loads of videos, so I'm not going to record it this time. You can like click something up the top of the video to see her stretches. I'm wearing my top from ISHxKWPN. It says "Hey baby," which I love. So yeah, we were thinking of going to a show this weekend to prepare for a show next weekend, but my dad's actually away next weekend and she's like still not 100%, so it'd just be kind of like only going just to go. So I just decided to jump a course at home instead. So yeah, I won't be going to a show until after my exams, and then I'm actually going on holidays for a week after my exams, but then I'll be going to shows again. So I'm really excited to show because she feels really good. I feel like she's jumping better than she's ever jumped. We just need to work on the control, but the jumping's definitely there. So little Welbeck is all untacked now, and we're going to do her stretches. And then clean out her two poos. I do poo in there. I do poo in there. Good girl. Oh, she's so cute. Welbeck is eating her feet. Good girl, Welbeck. Hey guys, so as I was saying at the start of the video, I was going to talk about like veterinary, how I got in, and balancing horses in college. And I kind of wanted to make this a thing where like I talk about a topic in the vlog just to kind of make it a bit more interesting, because I feel like it's just repetitive. So yeah, if you have any like ideas or topics that you want me to talk about or whatever, leave them in the comment and I'll see if I have anything to say. So yeah, basically there's a cockerelling, whatever it's called, in the background, so I do apologise. So basically in Ireland, to get into veterinary, you do a set of exams. You do 7. I hope you can't hear him because he's so loud. So you do 7 subjects, and then you do all your exams and you get your best 6 grades, and then they convert them into points, and then each course has like a set amount of points that you need to get into it. Veterinary has really high points because there's only one college in Ireland, and then there's only like I think like 90 places or something. So yeah, you apply to whatever courses you want, and then you just either get in or you don't. I know in England you have to do work experience, you have to like maybe do an interview or something, but we don't have any of that here. So it's very different. So that's why when people ask me like, can we have advice on getting in, like I can't give advice, because basically for us all you have to do is, well, all you have to do, what you do have to do is study and get good grades. There's no like a good like interview tips or anything like that. So the college that does veterinary in Ireland is in Dublin, and I don't live in Dublin, so I have to live up there for college, and then I come home for weekends and for the actual like summer holidays or Christmas holidays, whatever. So which means it's very hard to balance the horses in college, because like I don't live at home. If I lived at home and college, I could just like drive like 15 minutes to college, I would definitely be able to ride the horses. The one thing is though that the whole experience of living on your own and living in a different city and like cooking for yourself and shopping and like all these just basic things like paying bills and stuff, like I'm really glad I was able to get that experience. I definitely learned a lot from moving away from home. For anyone asking like, do I like the course? Do I recommend they do it? Like 100% yes, I absolutely adore it. But saying that, it's not for everyone. Like there has been people that have dropped out and stuff like that. But like you don't know until you're in it. For me, I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. Difficulty wise, it is a hard course. Very hard. Everyone in my course would have gotten like all A's in secondary school because that's what you need to get in, and then we're definitely not getting all A's anymore. Well, I'm definitely not anyway. So it's definitely like a wake-up call. It's definitely tough, but it's so worth it. You just have to keep remembering why you're doing it. And the first 2 years are very kind of theoretical. Like you're learning about like muscles, anatomy, nerves, like how things work. And then once you get to third year, it gets way more clinical. You're learning about diseases, how to treat them, like working up cases and stuff like that. It's really, really interesting. It gets better, for sure. So the subjects I did for the Leaving Cert, which is what we call our final exam before we go to college or university. We call it the same thing. I know in England, college and university is a different thing, but for us it's the exact same. So I did English, maths and Irish because they're the 3 that you have to do. Irish I did lower level because I suck at Irish, and because I came to Ireland kind of late, I didn't learn the basics in Irish. I just kind of went in when they were learning like kind of difficult stuff. So I just never got it. And then you have to do a language to go to UCD, an extra language. So I did French, which I loved, absolutely loved it. And then you have to do chemistry to do veterinary in Ireland. When I did it, I'm not sure if that's changed, you can check online. And then I did biology and ag science. Ag science would definitely recommend doing. It's so, like, it's handy if you're kind of from even somewhat agricultural background. You just do a project. I did mine on horses, even though I don't think that's a farming industry, but I got like full marks in it. So if you do ag science, do it on horses, it's all good. And I also did applied maths because I didn't have Irish to fall back on, so I wanted to do an extra one just in case, but I didn't actually need applied maths in the end. I didn't use that grade. So yeah. So as well, oh, there's a bird right there. He's so cute, he's looking at me. I'm gonna take a video and insert it. Hello. So during the winter, I'm very lucky as well that my dad feeds the horses for me, because during the winter they do need extra bit of hay and feed, whereas if I didn't have him, I honestly don't know what I'd do. I probably wouldn't be able to have horses. I'm just very lucky that I have him. Another tip for school, like I sound like such a nerd, and you'll think you feel like a nerd, but like realistically, like in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter what people think of you in secondary school. Like you have your whole life. Don't worry about what those people think. So I would do my homework during lunch. I looked like a big nerd and I was kind of embarrassed, but now I'm so glad I did, because it really freed up my evenings and it meant that I could ride horses. Like, I was giving up my lunch to be able to ride horses. That is like, I would 100% make that deal every time. So like, if it's worth it for you, go for it. Don't worry what people are thinking of you. It doesn't really matter. So finally, my plans for like the future. I have 2 years left of college now, and when I graduate I want to become an equine vet. I don't have to do anything extra to be that. I just have to graduate and call myself an equine vet. When we graduate, we're like qualified to do every species. So yeah, I hope this was kind of interesting. I know a lot of people that comment on my videos and stuff seem to be thinking about doing veterinary and stuff. I hope I haven't put you off it with all the hard work talk. But it's so much fun. All the people in my year are so nice, so lovely. I've made like the best friends I've ever had. I love them all to bits, and yeah, it's just like a little family, veterinary is, especially in UCD anyway. If you have any other suggestions or questions about veterinary, leave them in the comments and I will try my best to answer them. So yeah. So I'm just putting Welbeck out now. Good girl. She still has a rug on because it is a bit chilly and it gets cold at night. I'm just warm from like riding and doing stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys.